Last year for the Amsoil East Series, it was the most competitive series out of the three, which saw a massive championship battle at the end between Chase Harris, Elijah Gordon, Seth Cole, Matthew Burnett, Jason Albert, and Jalen Clark. At the end of the night, it was Chase Harris gaining the championship. He moved on up to the main arc of the series. We will have a new East Series champion, and we will have to wait and see on how competitive Season 2 is. And oh yeah, the season opener is kicking off with the hardest kicking shell week here on a Monday night here at Oswego Speedway for the Gearwrench 200. What's up everyone, it's Boy on 397 aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome back to Oswego Speedway. 1 year later, and oh boy, this is gonna be one amazing week, and it's gonna be an amazing night here for these East Series drivers. The first cars on track for this week, and we will have action every single day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And it's going to be a blast. But first, it kicks off the season opener for the Amsoil East Series. And we'll see how competitive this year will be compared to last year. But I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Alex Graham up here on the booth. And welcome back to Oswego.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun here. And I'm liking who's starting on pole for this race too, with Jack Haas leading us off. Fast track racing, they're really fast on this dirt track. But what a great series, what a great concept you got here with the East Series and the West Series and then the main ARCA series. And absolutely love what we see here with these races. And we only get 18 cars in the field, so we get to focus on everyone a lot more than we would a normal cup race. So going to be a lot of fun seeing it gets done here tonight. But I know it's going to be a wild race here and a great week of racing here on this racetrack for this great event.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, but first we got some points racing tonight and tonight for the ARCA series. But here is the drivers here for the East Series this year. Most of them are new, only 2 drivers returned from Season 1 to Season 2, but we have a lot of good names. We've got Kasumi Takashi in the number 1. We got Will Parrish in the number 6, Tyler Taylor in the 06, Local the 1 in the 10, Jack Haas in the 11, Sean Mullen in the 12, Dave Hamill in the 15, William Ayers in the 17, Nicholas San Martino, that's a big name right there, in the number 18, Matthew Burnett in the number 20, Ryan Lill in the number 28, Bradley Ream in the number 30, Troy White with his return to the driving duties on the channel in the number 31, the Power Truck Series champion Jordan Stout in the number 48, Warren Kennington in the number 69, Brian Beal in the 95, and the 2 newcomers, Felix Mayer in the 97, and Austin Scott in the number 98. How do you think this series is going to turn out? Because we have a lot of veterans, a lot of newcomers, and based off of last year, the East Series was the most competitive in the course of the season.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a very competitive season once again. And of course, when you have a mix of rookies and veterans like that, it tends to be a battle between the two. You got guys who have a lot of experience, especially on your channel, like Jordan Stout, who won the Truck Series Championship. And of course, you got Nicholas Samadeo in there. How can you not mention him? Trey Wright is back, but then you also have some newcomers like Felix Mayer driving the 97, Kasumi Takashi in the 1. It's going to be fun seeing that blend of veterans and rookies, and that's the fun thing about it. And hey, always creates great racing when you got 2 different philosophies going after each other here on this racetrack.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And let's not waste any time. Here is the top 10 for the Gearwrench 200. And well, we mentioned it, well, Alex mentioned it at the start. Fast track racing is fast on this racetrack. 1, 2, 3. Jack Haas starts on pole, and Sean Mullen is second. And Local Dawn starts the Gearwrench car, driven by the Season 4 JBL Cup Series champion of Dale Campbell, and lines out roll number 4, roll number 2. Roll number 3 is the number 69 of Warren Kennington, who got a great top 3 run at Daytona in the main ARCA series, and then the 97 of Felix Mayer. The number 20 of Matthew Burnett, and the 95 of Brian Beal. And then running out the top 10 is the number 98 of Austin Scott, and the 28 of Ryan Little. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get these 18 drivers rolling off. 18 cars, 2 more than last year, 8 races, 1 more than last year with a ton of different racetracks, and this is one of them. 50 laps on tap. Who do you think will win the Gearwrench 200 and kick off this week on the white foot?
Well, I don't want to jinx him, but, you know, I feel pretty good about my man Jack Oz starting on pole for this race in that 11 machine. But there are other drivers in this field who are definitely going to challenge him, like Rogeldorn on the inside, but I think we're going to see a lot of passing here, and it's anybody's race. Once we get this one started here at Oswego, we're going to be on 4 wide through these corners at some point, so let's have some fun here tonight for the East Series.
Well, here we go. One of the biggest weeks on the channel in the year is about to get kicked off. It is the East Series season opener. The Gearwrench 200 is green, and let's kick off season 2 with a bang on the dirt. Great start from Jack Haas in number 11, and you will see this all week long. The start, the inside lane is the place to be, but this is a multi-groove dirt track, and you saw the number 12 Sharman with the cushion in 3 and 4, and tried to get to the inside, but the 10 is going to almost make contact with his teammate, and now here comes Ronald Connington, picking it 3 wide for second.
And they got a little squirrely back in there, and there's the 4 wide I was talking about. I do remember this track, I think, from last year. I called some of the races here during this week a year ago, and, you know, this is great for Jack Oz. All these guys going 3 wide behind him. How about Austin Scott there in the 98, Ronald Kennington on that inside lane. The inside has the best advantage, but then also you're going to see that 12 get a good run when they go 4 wide here, and they got to be careful not to get involved in anything, and they will. And there's your typical Oswego flip right there. Tough break there for Shauna Martin.
We saw this last year when we had the Ultra Series. We saw an early flip and gonna drive away, but Sean Martin did not have a good truck series season and made the chase, but fell off hard in the chase, and unfortunately gonna kick off the week flipping down the front stretch, and we'll see of how many we get this year. Add that to the flip count. So far, 1 flip in 4 laps. But Jack Haas with a great jump, like you said. How about this 98 of Austin Scott? First main series start on the channel. And then Troy White is going to be in 3rd. Great return for him. And we'll see if what ends up happening on the restart. The restart will calm things down a lot here at Oswego Dirt. And we'll see what happens. But first, let's see what happens. We have the first caution and the first flip of the week here at Oswego Dirt. This might be a little bit of a rookie mistake from Austin Scott here. Got into turns 3 and 4, and barely peeked his nose down to the inside of the 69 of Warren Cunningham. Was not really expecting it. Moved all the way up the racetrack into the number 10. And this is where these guys kind of squeeze in 3 and 4. And you see Sean Martin trying to rip the cushion, trying to get past all this, but is not able to, unfortunately. And the 12, 10, and 69 all get squeezed up against each other and hauled into the outside concrete wall. Cunnington gets some air, and then the 12 of Shaman does a pirouette and gonna land back on all 4 wheels. Don't know if she will be out from this crash. Great job from Jordan Stout stopping in front of a flying car. But a tough break for Shaman. Had a tough chase in the truck series, and already gonna have a tough start to an East Series campaign here tonight.
And I talked about this at the top of the show. We were going to see some 4 wide here tonight, and we saw it right there. And that 69 of Ronald Kennington just moved up a bit too much on Rogeldorn, and Shauna Martin just nowhere to go. Innocent victim of that one, and flipping end over end. It's the one unique thing about this racetrack, even though I've never run a race here on any of my races before. A very unique aspect to this racetrack is you tend to get a lot of flips. It's kind of like they're racing sprint cars around here, but not quite, not quite. Tough break for Shauna Martin, but we'll rack him back up, and Jack Oz is going to have to fend off Austin Scott here on this restart.
Yeah, I don't think too many drivers will be happy with Austin Scott, but nevertheless, he's going to be starting 2nd. He might have a fast car here tonight. Let's see what Jack Haas can do on the restart here early on in the season opener for the E-Series. Welcome back to Oswego Dirt for the Season 2 Amsoil East Series opener. And we had a early flip here at Oswego, and probably won't be the last one that we will see here this week, but it will be Jack Haas, Austin Scott, Trey White, Matthew Burnett, and Kasumi Takashi rounds out the top 5. The number 12 of Sean Mullen is still going, and unfortunately the number 69 of Ronald Kennington is a lap down. Back going on lap 9 of 50 here for the Gearwrench 200.
And now you're going to have Austin Scott with a huge opportunity of getting to that 11. Jack Haas had a pretty significant lead before that caution ended up coming out. He's doing a good job holding these guys off right now. I got the 31 there as well of Trey Wright. Great to see Trey Wright back here on your channel. He's been making some starts over in the Lenovo Pro Series on Caleb Series on my channel lately, so he's been getting back in the swing of things, which is great to see, and he's got a good run going for him right now, running third.
Yeah, great one for Trey Wright. Was the owner of Rickville Racing in the JBL Cup Series, didn't do so hot, but trying to make a splash here early on in the East Series, and we are seeing the multi-groove racing here. Austin Scott has tried getting past this number 11 of Jack Haas, but he's whipping that cushion, and he's able to get the momentum. It's really fascinating on how this track works out. The outside lane is not impossible, but the 98 is going to take the race lead officially. A little bit of close call right there between Trey White and Takashi. And Jack Haas might go back for the race lead here. Battle for third, battle for fifth, battles everywhere here early on at Oswego.
Yeah, but they're not as bunched up as they were before that caution came out, so hopefully they keep it clean here. We get some good racing in. How about Takashi there in the 1? Is this not their first career start? They're in the main ARCA series as well. But very good run for her as she's up to third now, as Jack Haas is going to try to get back around Austin Scott for the race lead. And we may have some 3 wide going on back there. Not quite. Brad Dream had a shot there, but just not close enough. But these two have pulled away a little bit, and Jack Haas wants to take that lead back away from the 98 machine.
We'll see what Takashi can do, but these two might be the 2 fastest cars on the racetrack here tonight in the East Series. And Austin Scott did get a bonus point for leading a lap, but Jack Haas is going to take the race lead back, but for how long? Because now Austin Scott trying to do a crossover, and this is the type of racing that we will see all week long, and almost a back bumper of Jack Haas right there in turn 3 and 4, going to get back to the inside, and this is allowing Takashi, Trey White, Bradley Weem, Matthew Burnett to all slowly close back in. Fantastic battle between the 98 and the number 11.
I don't know why I've never done a race here before. This is some great racing here. Of course, you know what's up with this one, but I was close there between the 31 and the 1. Trey right there slipping back just a little bit, and now you have Takashi moving up to third as Bradley Ream moves up, and now you got one of the Venturini cars there. That is the 20, and that is the 20 of Matthew Burnett, who is sliding up in the Trey right as well. Good run for Matthew Burnett right there. And we got some 3 wide in the back right here. And always got to watch out for that Derek Camel on the inside there of Will Parrish and Felix Mayer. Going to be able to keep it together for now. Some great stuff up front. And, we're still early on in this race. Only lap 18 of 50. And they continue the battle for the race lead here between Jack Haas and Austin Scott.
Fantastic stuff. And if we keep on doing like this, watch out for Takashi, Weem, White, and Burnett. These might be the top 6 that might have the best cars here tonight. Look at Weem to the inside for third, as Jack Haas is going to take the race lead back. Those two keep on swapping for the race lead. Have to watch out for Bradley Weem. He won at Indy in the JBL Cup Series. He won at Daytona last year, and he wants the season opener race win in the East Series, and he might get a good shot at it, as he's going to maybe take second and the race lead away from Jack Haas. Fantastic stuff here. Oh, Austin Scott going to make 3 wide. Takashi 3 wide.
And how about that for Bradley Ream right there? Great run to the inside for him. And also you got Kazumi Takashi on the inside in the wall. Boy, some contact there. Oh, they're really close right there between Jack Haas and Austin Scott. And that's going to be frustrating for both of them. Had a pretty significant gap between those 2 drivers that just caught up to, and now they're both past you right here. Bradley going to try to get the outside lane to work his advantage right here on Takashi, and he is going to be able to clear for now, but barely.
And these two are gonna keep on battling, this time for third. These two just keep on battling like crazy. Fantastic stuff, and if you like what we see right now, just tune in every night for the rest of this week, because it's gonna be fantastic. The one time we come to Oswego Dutton, it has put on a show, great battles, and now Weem is out front, Kashi in second, Jack Haas running a little bit lower line, Austin Scott running in the 4th position, and how about this guy, Sam Medeo? It was only a matter of time. He is moving his way up in the number 18, same with Skylar Taylor in number 06 machine.
We still got a battle for this race lead. Kasumi Takashi to the inside of Bradley Ream. Not enough grip on that inside. You know, even though this is a dirt track, it kind of looks like a very low grip short track. That's kind of what dirt track racing is in NR2003. It's just really low grip short tracks. But it makes for some great racing because they don't have that much grip. They're kind of sliding through the corner a little bit. And that's what happened there to Bradley Ream. Getting stuck on that outside, losing the lead, and now Kasumi Takashi is your race leader. Here at Oswego as we're halfway through this race.
There is a little bit of tire wear. It's not significant as we won't have pit stops, but maybe the outside lane is not really looking as great as it once was for these guys trying to defend their position up top. Ream all over the back bumper. And how about these two? These two, we saw early on, they were the class of the field with Haas and Scott. And they definitely have a shot still. Only one caution up to this point, and we might only get one caution early on. But fantastic racing. And oh, look at Haas whipping the top in turn 2. And he's going to take advantage of that and dive bomb 3 and 4 and trying to take that second spot back from Bradley Ream.
And Jack Haas is still very much in this thing. He's going to have a good opportunity at winning this race if he can just keep his cool, get back in line right here. I feel like any of these top 4 can win it at this point. And even this guy, you know how much I love talking about this guy, Nicholas Samedeo. Great to have him here in the East Series. And 29 career, actually, you know, at this point, when this goes up, he may be at 30 yet. I don't know. I can't say anything for sure about that. But regardless of the fact, 29 career wins over on my channel. Obviously, you all know what he's famous for over there. But he's definitely the kind of guy that if he gets in the mix late in the going, which he is going for the 5th position back there, as we got a change for the lead between Bradley Ream and Kasumi Takashi there in the 1. Sam Medeo could very well have an opportunity at this race win because he is going to have a good shot here at the end if he keeps on moving up.
Something tells me that Sam Medeo just might have a long one called because he's picking off the spots one at a time. And you mentioned all the success that Sam Medeo has on the channel. Last year he was in the ARCA series, and he won, I believe, 3 or 4 races in a 14-race span, but finished outside the top 10 in points. It was really a bust for Sam Medeo, and he's back, and we'll see if that model stays the same here, as he's in the ARCA race, he's in the East race, and I believe he's in the shootout itself. So he's going to be busy this week. A lot of drivers are, but Sam Medeo, a 4-speed record with early on here on my channel last year, and right now Ream is a 4-speed record with here. Ream out front, Takashi in second. These two starting to pull away from the first 2 dominant cars of the night of Jack Haas and Austin Scott. Sam Medeo rounds out the top 5 as Burnett tried getting back to the inside of the number 18. Trey White in 7th. Skylar Taylor in the 8th position. How about the 17-year William Ayers? He has snuck his way inside the top 10. And so has Brandon Beal for now. It's number 95, but Lopez to the inside, trying to get inside the top 10. Gonna quickly see, where is the number 12? The number 12 is, oh boy.
I'm surprised she's still out there. She is still out there, you know, considering that she flipped end over end. You got to give her a lot of credit for keeping that thing in this race. As we got another battle here. These two have been going after it pretty much this entire race right here, and Takashi's going to have a good shot at this race lead if she can get to the nose there of Bradley Ream, and she's going to do so. They got to be careful not to battle too long and let these guys behind them back into this race, and especially with that 18 coming. I don't know if Sam is going to have enough time, though, as we're closing in on 13 laps to go next tie by, but still, there's a lot of time left in this race, and you can't mess it up here.
Oh man, what a battle that we've had. First we had a battle between the 11 and the 98, and now having a battle between the 1 and the 30. And these guys are still up here. They have a shot, and Sam Badillo he has a long run color, but I don't know if he will have enough time. The big mystery is how will these top 6 deal with the lap color of Sean Martin. Don't think she's too off the pace because we're not really catching up to it that fast, so we may not catch up to it. Austin Scott almost to the inside of Jack Haas, not quite there. Coming to 11 laps to go, and Sam Badillo might go for the 4th position. Watch out for Mr. Edge.
Here he comes there to the inside of Austin Scott. Great run for him on the inside. You also got Jack Haas there trying to hold these guys off, and at 18, seems to be one of the few drivers that's actually moving through the field late in this race. A lot of these guys kind of stayed in their respective positions, but Sam Badillo has moved up as this green flag run has gone along. He's going to get around Austin Scott right there, and he's got himself 3 more drivers to get to the race lead, and he's got a nose to the inside of Jack Haas right here. He might have a good shot here for 3rd.
Well, you said that you don't know if you have enough time. He's trying to prove you wrong, Alex. Ollie past the 98, trying to tackle the 11. We're gonna try and take the race lead again from the number 1, but we are so far into this race, and there is some time. It's gonna get harder and harder to pass, but the big mystery in this one is the number 12 of Sharma. Not really too slow, but is slow to a certain extent. Coming to 8 laps to go. Top 6 all have a shot, but I think it's realistically the top 4. 8 to go. Weem, Takashi, Sam Badillo, and Haas.
And don't look now. Here comes Shauna Martin in the number 12 machine. She's going to get in the way here. I don't know how far off the pace she really is. I mean, we've taken this long to get to her, so she's probably not that slow, but just slow enough where she's going to determine who ends up winning this race, I feel like, as Bradley Ream goes back to the inside for the top position. Sam Badillo struggling getting around Jack Haas there for the 4th spot, so we'll have to see if he ends up having an opportunity later on. But how about this for Bradley Ream? And if he's single file ahead of all these guys getting around this 12, he's going to have a good shot at using her as a pick and pulling away with this win. Oh, but that's not going to happen. Takashi back to the inside.
Such a racy racetrack here tonight at Oswego, and this is a good sign of what we might see all week long. To the inside, Takashi not quite. And I agree, the 12 is slow, but not as slow as we initially thought, especially at Daytona. So definitely won't be as bad of a factor, but with 4 laps to go at the line, Takashi's trying to use a pick on the number 12. Oh boy, 4 to go in the Gearwrench 200.
And how about this right here? Jack Haas is going to have another shot at this, but good job out of Takashi making that move when she did to get around the 12. And you know, Bradley's still going to have a shot here at this win, but I feel like Jack Haas and Nicholas Sam Badillo, they're going to be done here, getting stuck behind that 12 machine. That's just going to be too far of a gap to make it up. And we're also at the point of no return as well for the caution. So here we go. The battle's on between Bradley Ream and Kasumi Takashi in the 1, and Ream back to the inside and back to the lead, coming to 2 laps to go here at Oswego.
Takashi trying to whip the top, Ream trying to block the number 1, and that might have slowed the number 1 down in 3 and 4. Ream starting to pull away. Jack Haas still in 3rd. Burnett is in 5th for now, but is under fire between the number 98. Here we go. Ream won the Amsoil Series opener last year, and he's trying to win the East Series opener for season 2. White flag, final lap, 3 wide with a lap car. Ream goes wide. Takashi goes to the inside. If she sends it in 3 and 4, she could have a shot. For the final time, Ream, Takashi, not quite gonna get there. It's gonna be Bradley Ream with another season opener win. He will win the Gearwrench 200 in a fantastic battle between the top 5 all race long.
That was a great race. Nice and clean, and excited to see the main series tomorrow night. It is tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun with that one. But Bradley Ream is going to have some fun tonight. He got the job done here. A great battle between him and Kasumi Takashi there in the 1. And we're going to see many great battles as the season goes along. But taking the victory lap there, Bradley Ream gets it done here in Oswego.
Very fitting that he did a victory lap right there, and Bradley with yet another win on the channel. He is racking them up here in 2024, and a great race victory from that number 30 machine. Have to see what he can do in the main series tomorrow night, and of course the rest of the week in the Richard Hollywood Stapleton Shootout. Great one for Takashi, a lot better than what happened to him at Daytona, I believe. Actually, no, wasn't winning up front at Daytona, but didn't get the win. Jack Costa on the pole, gets in third, and San Ladillo. Where did San Ladillo start in this one? Last. San Ladillo started dead last year and finished fourth.
He had a good car.
And that's going to be a statement, and I think that might let people know that, hey, you can't get through the field and you can pass if you have a good car, and he did just that. Austin Scott in 5th, Burnett in 6th, Taylor, White is, and Parrish the top 10. And then Beal, Hamill, Stout, Mayer, Little, Dorn, John Mullen, one lap down, and Ron Kennington actually retired, so he was not a lap down as I thought. He ended up being out with his stingers. So that's unfortunate, but what's the final thoughts here between that amazing battle between the top 5 here, the East Series Season 2 opener?
It was definitely a great race, no doubt about it. Of course, you had, the typical Oswego flip, as we usually like to see here, so probably be multiple more the rest of this week. But definitely a great race between Bradley Reen and Kasumi Takashi, and they kind of worked their way up a little bit as well from where they started. So they definitely had fast cars too, and Bradley just had the best of the one machine in this one, and he's going to take home the race win here in this first race of the season.
Definitely a great race here, and there's a reason why I keep on adding to this event every year, and it's just because of this track is amazing, and that's only race 1 here out of many throughout the week. Congratulations to Bradley Ween on getting the race win. He will have the points lead, I assume, going into race number 2. I, in fact, don't really know what race number 2 is. I changed a lot for the E Series this year, but it's going to be fun. Tomorrow night, we go outdoor racing for race 2 on the season. 63 laps, a little bit longer. And more cars with 24, so that's gonna be fun. Wednesday night, there'll be the heat races for the main event. It's gonna be fun. Thanks guys for joining me, and once again, congratulations to Bradley on getting a race win here in the Gearwrench show. Until tomorrow night, the Auto 250, the main Outdoor Series, we will see you guys then. Bye!